Hey, it's Melissa Harmel, Realtor with eXp Realty Alaska. And today we're going to go over the market update, February 2022 for Eagle River, Alaska. So what have we been seeing in the last 3-4 weeks in Eagle River? Well, we are seeing a few more properties come on the market. We're also seeing more properties go under contract. So think about this. 15 new listings came on the market and 16 went under contract. We're still seeing about a steady flow of recordings and closings. We do have a lot of new construction in Eagle River, so sometimes these properties that are under contract might take 3 to 4 months to close as builders finish up those properties. So 16 under contract, 15 new listings. That means that we have an extremely low absorption rate. We have less properties come on the market than what buyers are able to absorb. So when is the right time to sell? Well, if you're trying to decide when to list your house, well, the time is now. Plenty of buyers eagerly awaiting for your home to hit the market. According to stats out there right now, buyer activity is up. So I can truly attest to that. We put a new property on the market in Eagle River last Thursday. We've had 17 showings and 3 offers. Think about that. 17 showings, 3 offers. Buyer activity is up. We had 20 people through our open house that we held for that property. And so we actually have way more buyers out there shopping than we have properties available. Inventory, when this says limited inventory, we have more buyers shopping than we have houses on the market. So it means that when your property goes on the market, it's going to be in high demand. So helpful tips when you're thinking about getting into this real estate market in February 2022. You need to partner with a mortgage loan professional. Why do I say that? Because if you currently own a home right now, you need to be talking to them first about, hey, if I want to buy a new home, downsize, move up, whatever I'm thinking about doing, should I buy before I sell, or do I have to sell before I buy? A mortgage loan professional should be your partner. In today's market also too, if you're out shopping for a home, the most frustrating thing is not getting a hold of your mortgage loan originator, professional, when you see a house you want and you want to make an offer. Your mortgage loan professional should sit down and share with you what all your options are today. We've started seeing this thing on a normal basis called appraisal gaps. What is an appraisal gap? Well, you and the seller agreed to sell the house for this. A licensed appraiser comes in and says, ooh, I can only find value here based on the last 90 days of comparables, or 6 months or a year, depending upon what type of property it is. So we have a gap. Who's going to cover this gap? You, the buyer. We're seeing appraisal gaps on about 30% of our offers right now that are coming in. And so you as the buyer are going to need the cash at closing to write a certified check made out to the seller to make up the difference in the appraisal gap. The lender will only give you a loan up to the appraised value. They're not going to cover that appraisal gap for you. So again, you really need to sit down with a mortgage loan professional and talk about that. And what's the right thing for you? Does that make sense? Last week, first time ever, saw several offers come in, buyer paying seller's closing cost. Totally a new twist. Why real estate? Well, Gallup poll, 8 years in a row, real estate, the #1 long-term investment. 41% of consumers polled said real estate is the best long-term investment. Why real estate? Well, what's interesting is I had a client, we closed on her house in April of 2020. We just put it on the market and it's going to close at 15% more than what she paid for it less than 2 years ago. If you purchased a home last year, you already have equity in that property simply by just living there. So real estate continues to be a steady investment for your future. Now, what's happening? Well, we live in the great state of Alaska, especially Eagle River, where it's so beautiful. 19% of sellers polled said that they are moving because they're not tied to their office anymore. They're moving either to some remote part of Alaska or they're moving out of Alaska to be closer to family, to the beach, to the warm place. They can still work and keep their jobs. They just can do it remotely. Life has definitely changed over the last 2 years. What are buyers looking for? 69% of buyers surveyed said they prioritize a home office. 48% of buyers said they wanted multiple offices or at least spaces in their home to do virtual meetings. This is huge. So last year, I sold 3 properties to buyers that had always dreamed of living in Alaska. And because of remote work, they're here now. They live in their dream homes and are just loving it. Appraisers are looking at homes a little bit differently now, looking at space. They're not discounting space and counting only bedrooms. They are definitely looking at space and how it can be used for that home office and giving value to that. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. This is my contact information. If you're thinking about buying and selling in this emotional market of February 2022, give me a call. I'd love to help. Look forward to hearing from you.